Alright guys, this is a PA breakdown for how we made 78.28 something RR this week on the Nasdaq. Let's just get straight into it. So these were the positions, and I'm going to be doing it on this website right here because you know, I don't have replay. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So basically, by the way, Marco, ask any questions that you have because you know you're quite new to this type of concept. First, I want to you know, say what is a SMT and what is a POI. A POI is literally just a demand block, right? Like that. That's literally it. It's just a demand block where price will react from and price will deliver from. That's it, simple as that. Most of you guys know that. However, on the other side, on the other hand, whatever, an SMT is very simple. It's basically just, let me go on the lower time frame to show you. An SMT is basically a fake reaction point. Okay, so it's a point where it has a demand zone, right? It's a valid demand zone or supply zone, but it's gonna give a fake reaction, okay, and then it's gonna later take it out. And I'll get into how we know it's a SMT, okay? So as you can see, right, and that's the SMT, yeah. You see how this is a supply zone, right? It's a valid supply and demand zone. Most people would expect price to come down from it. Yes, it will always give a reaction, but it will be later taken out, okay? As you can see, tapped into, reaction, taken out. That's all an SMT is. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Anyway, straight into the breakdown. So first, what can we see when we come into this particular day? We can see that we've tapped into our daily POI, right? So at this point in time, we want to see, why did I mark it like that? At this point in time, we want to see a reaction from here, and we want to see a bearish price action, yeah. And when we go to the lower time frames, what can we see? We can see prices respecting our bearish PDAs, right? Our bearish POIs. As you can see, respected, and it's also respecting gaps. Okay. Now, look at what price has done specifically. Let me just move this out of the way so you see more clearly. What can we see here? There's a demand zone right here, isn't it? It's POI, but that is not a regular POI. It's a SMT POI. Do you know why it's a SMT, bro?
Ask me.
Yeah. Why is this an SMT? Because we've reacted from a daily. Let me make it an SMT. Oh, I should have brought a mouse in it. Because we've reacted from a daily order block, right? A daily POI, and we're looking for bearish price. Okay. Our next draw, by the way, let me just put this in mind. Our next draw is always the next liquidity, which is over here. It's this gap right here, right? So actually no, I believe it was over here. It's always the next draw on liquidity. So now that we have that in mind, our draw is lower, then any order block opposing us is an SMT. It will give a fake reaction, as you can see, right? So it's going to give a fake reaction. Now also bear in mind, the next POI is where we want to take our entry from. As you can see, where's the next POI? It's right here, isn't it? This is the next up close candle. So this is preferably where we want to take our entry, and we want to wait for a liquidity sweep or some sort of inducement. So that's what we do. We mark out our next inducement, which is, we can see on the 15-minute, and from there we can literally look for our entry model once it takes it out. So let's skip ahead price. So it gives us a fake reaction. So we're coming up, oh shit, we tap into our real POI. I think I might have skipped ahead a bit. Yeah, I did. Should I just replay it?
Yeah.
I might as well. It's worth it. It's worth it for you man to see. Nice, calm. Look, it's right here. Boom. Okay, back to it. So look, we come here. We take out our liquidity and we tap our POI. Let's go to the lower time frames. Yeah. So we tap into it. Now at this point in time, we want to look for our entry models. Entry models are super simple. 1 second. Let me see if it's recording. Our entry models are super simple. All we wait for is literally just lower time frame order blocks. Okay, so let's wait for reaction. What can we see? There's nothing much, is there? Let's go to the next time frame, the 3-minute. Yeah, I use the 3-minute. I use the 5-minute. 3-minute, nothing much. Now what can we see? Right here, POI created. Can you guys see that? Yeah, POI created. Let's mark it in green. And from here, that's all we need. That's all I'm gonna enter from. Okay, so I literally just wait for a retrace back into it. I actually refine it, okay? I'll show you how I refine it. So you see how there's a 3-minute order block right there. As me walked out. There's the FVG lying right here. So that's all I enter off of. Okay, I've set my limits. And by the way, for executions, it's all on my IG, all on my TikTok, everywhere. or you can ask me again in the server. I'll show you it happily. But yeah, this is where we entered from, and then remember we targeted, I believe it was let me see, where was it? I don't remember. I think it was maybe this gap or over here. It was 27R, wasn't it? This trade, yeah, 27. 27. It must have been the daily gap right here. Yeah. Anyway, nevertheless, let's see how the trade plays out. So it taps into our gap, as you can see, where our limit was. Okay. Taps us in, and then we're off. Okay. And the rest goes on to hit TP. Let me just skip it on a higher time frame so you guys can see. As you can see, there we go. And boom. And also, this was where the next trade was. The next trade was, let me see on the thing over here. It was over here from this SMT. Alright, so going on the 4 hour, this is another SMT. Why? Because our draw's here. This is the daily fair value gap, by the way. This little box right here is the daily fair value gap. This is our draw for the day. So any order blocks that are opposing our direction is an SMT reaction. Okay, so over here, SMT reaction. At this point in time, NYC is coming out. Let me replay it. At this point in time, NYC is coming out. Where's our thing? Over here. Oh, bro, I keep skipping ahead so far. Let me replay that.
Bobby, you don't need to press that. Just select one and that.
Oh, is it? Okay, anyways. So, remember how this is a SMT, yeah? Because on the 1 hour, our draw's lower, okay? Does that make sense to you? As SMT. So, we're going to be looking for entries, okay? As soon as we tap into here, okay? So, let's go in. Now, I think, was it on the 5 minute that we took our rejection block? On the 5 minute, I think it was the rejection block. I think, yeah, it was 15, wasn't it, that day? Maybe. Anyway, we'll skip ahead. Oh yeah, remember this. So we go up and we create a 15-minute rejection block. As you can see, I can't really mark it out. But anyway, just imagine, yeah, that there's a rejection block right here. Where's the tools, bro? The tools are just non-existent.
Could be that side.
Maybe, anyways.
What I remember is you enter off the 0.5.
Yeah, anyway, I can add a middle line, that's not a problem. So 0.5, where the flip is it? To be serious, there's none. Oh my days. And there's no tools. Come on, bro. What happened to this? Anyways, the 0.5, yeah, it was literally around here, this order block right here. This was our limit, and then this is our SL, and then we targeted, I think it was this high, right? It was only like 6RR. Let me see. It was the 30-minute, yeah, 30-minute FEG. And then, yeah, let's see if it taps us in. Taps us in. As you can see, sniper entry. Okay, this was the 15-minute rejection block. Sniper entry, and then TP. TP. There we go. That was the second trade. And then, where's the next one? I don't really want to go over this one. This was a break even anyway. Same applies though. The next trade was over here, where is this one?
That one's break even as well.
No, this was a TP. So let's skip ahead. By the way, I believe we created an SMT. Actually, no. Skip ahead. Alright, look. Yo, looking. So now we have our draw, right? Remember, as I said, yeah, all the way from up here, when we tap the daily order block, we want to come all the way to this draw. Any opposing order blocks are SMTs. Now that we've got the draw, now order flow is bullish. We want to look for buys on everything, okay? So now we just want to read price and see what we can do. So as soon as we tap into the draw, what do? A lovely 1 hour POI, okay? Now, I don't straight away take an entry from it. I usually did before, but now I want a high win rate. So that's exactly what I'm going to wait for. I'm waiting for, in fact, we skipped it way too far.
But you can make the same mistake, bro.
No, it's not a mistake, it's fine.
Oh, no. But if you just press
Oh.
select bar, it'll let you like replay that.
Is that actually?
Yeah, press it, no?
Oh shit, yes. Okay, so remember, let me just go over this again. We have our draw, we have our POI. Now all we're waiting for is a tap. Okay, we just want a tap of our POI in our direction. And then we want to wait for an entry model. Okay, so we have our tap. Cool. Now what? We wait for an order block on the 1 minute, which we have right here. This entry I did not take, in fact, at first. Why? Because I just didn't feel like it.
Did I take it?
No, you didn't. We waited for a bit more confirmation. So I think we went on the 3 minute, in fact. We saw this POI got created, and then I think we took it from that one. In fact, let me just see what we did. 3 minute, wait for a rejection block, tap into that. Alright. We see that. Yeah. Boom. There was another order block which got created right here. Yeah. So as soon as we saw that the rejection block got tapped, okay, 50%, and then from there another POI got created, that was our entry. Okay. This right here, we had a limit here, and then stops here. Let me see if it tapped in. Okay, tapped in, and then our TP was all the way at the next draw, okay, which was, I believe, literally that high right there. 15 minute, right over here, okay, and as you can see, we tapped it very nicely, our entry, and we started flying from there, okay, and yeah, after that, just hits TP. Same day, we took an NYC trade, as you can see over here. I can't really be asked to go over it. By the way, guys, no gatekeeping. I'm literally going over everything. There's no secret sauce, nothing. I'm literally saying everything. I promise you on anything, I'm not gatekeeping. Everything's here, being said, how it is done. Now, this was the next trade, NYC. I did not take this. This was a scaling, a potential scaling. This was the one that you took, yeah. Took it live. Go to the
What's the break even ones?
break even. We didn't go over it right here.
Oh. No, there's the other one as well. Very close.
Let me see. This was it, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That was news, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure I skipped it too far. Right there.
What time was that? No, that can't be news.
Alright, guys. Remember, there's a draw right above us. Okay. There's a draw right above us. Which is this high, I believe, right here. This high, which we needed to take out, and we took our entry from a 15-minute order block. Okay, so this was a SMT, right? This was a SMT. All we did, we just waited for a tap. This is when NYC opens up. NYC opens up, and then was it from a 1 minute rejection block, right?
Might be.
So we waited for a sweep of liquidity always, and then I think we did a rejection block entry on the 3 minute.
So it was the 5 minute.
On the 3 minute. Yeah, there we go. This was where we got entered in on the 3 minute. Why did I place a short? Okay, right here. I don't know why there's no 0.5 cent. And then we just simply targeted the next POI, which was over here, somewhere around there. Okay.
I remember this.
And then yeah, but no, we did it live with Asim and Hamza. Okay, TP bang, bro. Easy as that. And then we also called the shorts. We didn't take it because we don't want to trade too much. We called the shorts from around here. I think from that, or maybe the sweep. Remember, we called it. We were saying it's going to short. In fact, I think I told him to take a low risk short, and then yeah, it shorted from there all the way down there, bro. It's flipping insane.
Crazy shorts,
but yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah, those shorts were flipping insane, G. But yeah, called it all live, bro. It's insane. This was a break-even trade.
That one up there we took as well.
Yeah,
that Friday.
That was insane. This was a Friday bank holiday. Anyway, guys, to be honest, I can't be asked to go over any more trades. Like, it's just in it. It's long. But if you have any more questions, feel free to ask me in the Discord.
Make sure not to ask him.
But yeah, by the way, no gatekeeping at all. As I said, I swear I don't gatekeep. I'm not under no NDA or nothing. So teach you guys everything. Anyway, see you later.
Alright.